was in the DRC for 1 week in Kinshasa, meeting with our partners there and gathering information. And then I crossed the Congo River in a boat, a small boat that would be on a lake in Wisconsin or something. It was basically a little, like a family-owned speedboat. And they piled 20 of us in and all of our luggage, and we filled up, and we went flying across the Congo River. And we took it was an airline, but we took a basically Chinese propeller plane up to the northern part of the Republic of Congo and visited a private company, which is a logging company in that region. And that was fascinating. You basically fly over this jungle in this plane, you land on this dirt runway, and this private company built this town in the middle of nowhere, basically, on these northern Congolese rivers. And they built this town. They built housing for all the people who work for the company. They built basically a village with restaurants, with, I mean, really anything you could think of in the middle of nowhere, which was really fascinating.
Central Africa is the second largest continuous tract of tropical forest after the Amazon. It's very, very important in terms of biodiversity, in terms of carbon sequestration, in terms of ecosystem services, and so on and so forth. Large rivers, unique fauna, you can only find in the Congo Basin, notably the Okapi, for instance, and the bonobos, and so on and so forth. So in terms of biodiversity and fauna, it's very, very important. It's also presumed to be an important source of medicinal plants and all sorts of things that could eventually contribute to improving the planet's health. And also because of carbon sequestration, and it's a major tract of contiguous, very little disturbed tropical moist forests. And contrary to the Amazon, which is being depleted at a very fast rate, the Congo Basin is still, quote-unquote, intact in a lot of places. A lot of degradation, but no major deforestation per se. So it's a unique chance right now to get at the very beginning of a process to preserve as much as possible the bulk of those forests to contribute to climate, to prevent climate change and so on and so forth, and also to preserve a unique biodiversity. Basically, we're working directly with the government. We signed MOUs with the government by which we sort of state role responsibilities. Basically, to do what? To build capacity, design some tools, implement some tools to properly manage forests at large, mostly using remote sensing, geographic information system, and in the case of two countries, forest information management system, for the government to be able to collect, process, and publish data pertaining to the forest. And that not only covers logging concession, but also covers protected areas, mining rights, hunting zones, and whatever type of allocation which is available in those countries, in such a way that we know exactly what is out there, how the forest is being used, by whom, what is the state of forest, and so on and so forth. So this is what we're trying to do, and basically this is our core business, providing the tools, building the capacity, training the people, and also so that they have access to solid information that will entice them in making better, more informed decision on how to manage the forest in a sustainable and socially responsible way.
I was talking to Marcel Libera, who's one of our partners in Brazzaville, and he said that what makes WRI unique is we're interregional. A lot of other places are interregional, but we support national governments, which helps change legislation. We really produce palpable results, whether it be a CD, whether it be an atlas, that we can present. It's not just kind of ethereal ideas. We can present these things to these governments and actually change the law, which is what he thought made WRI very unique. That's what I was just very impressed with, was just really the level of work, the respect people have for our work, and just kind of the dependence they have on our influence and knowledge and technical resources to kind of help these governments help themselves to manage sustainably.